I'm visiting my sister. She works in Thailand. We're gonna have a little chat. How's the life here? How's the work here?
They expect you to be the role model. I didn't expect that.
Are you living the dream?
Well,
we're gonna have a little chat with her. She works in Mae Fah Luang University. Did I pronounce it correctly?
I think so.
Yeah? We'll start with introducing.
Okay. My name is Intan and I work here. I teach English. So yeah, this is where I work. This is part of the university I work in.
Yeah, what's your story? What brings you here?
I used to work before I came here. I used to work in Jakarta,
Indonesia?
in Indonesia. I got quite stressed and it's a
really?
big city life.
Please like this video. Thank you.
And yeah, I used to study English when I was in university. So then a friend of mine, she also used to work here. She's also in Thailand. So yeah, I got this information about the vacancy from her, and then I tried to apply, and here I am.
Ah, and so you can just apply. Is there any requirements because you didn't work or haven't worked in a university before, right?
Yes. Yeah, there's some requirement, and actually in general, the government of Thailand, as I know, they can only give like a work permit if you at least graduate from bachelor's degree.
Okay.
But for teaching, especially in university, so it's minimum master's degree.
Okay.
So yeah, but I used to also teach before I worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do need some certification of teaching, right?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. And so this is the university area.
Yes.
Do you know how many people, how many students?
It's thousands for sure, but I'm not really sure the exact number of students here.
Okay. And how many hours do you work?
Well, that really depends on your contract.
Yeah.
And for me, I teach for 18 to 21 hours per week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for teaching. But
It's not
other
bad?
than- no, it's not. It's pretty relaxed. And but besides teaching, yeah, you have to also kind of get involved with the extracurricular activity and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
But, yeah. Formally, it's teaching for 18 to 21 hours per week.
Oh, nice. And how much do you make? If you don't want to answer that, that's fine. But
Yeah,
that's
but
interesting to
I
know.
mean, it's compared to the living costs and the working hours, it's pretty decent.
yeah.
Yes.
But you can live for a month. Like, how
Yes.
can you save?
Yes, I mean that really depends on your spending, your lifestyle. But
Yeah.
I think if it's only for like living costs, it's decent. It's enough. You can even save some. And also the university provides accommodation and also the allowance for that. So it's really it's not bad.
Ah, okay. The teachers here are also foreigners, right? They're
Many of them are, especially for language programs. Yeah, mostly for language programs. There are a lot of foreign teachers or lecturers. So yes.
And what about any other subjects? Like, what kind of faculties do they have here? Actually?
Oh, a lot. Medical faculty, engineering,
Yeah.
and economics, language.
And are they also foreign teachers for those faculties as well, or is it mostly only languages?
Mostly, I think they're mostly Thai for other
Yeah.
majors. Oh, but I actually do know some coming from also Indonesia who
Oh.
teach social innovation.
Okay.
Because this university is like an international standard university, so actually the main language of instruction is English.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they also hire, I think, some people from India.
Okay.
Yeah, from some foreign
Okay.
lecturers from other majors too.
Interesting. And accommodation was free, you said, huh?
Yes, they do provide allowance for the accommodation.
Oh, yeah. Look.
Just a small
Wow. Oh, this is nice. Indomie, of course, as the real Indonesian.
Yeah, well, when my friend came here, I asked her to buy me some Indomie, to bring some Indomie to me. So she went from Jakarta to visit me, and what I asked her to bring was, of course, Indomie.
If you have any thoughts to share about teaching in Thailand or something else about this subject, please leave it in the comments. Let's help each other out. Maybe we can get a conversation going. That would be great. And please subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much.
So just for comparison, like how much would you spend on food and gasoline and electricity?
In terms of food, the standard food, like, one meal, that would only cost around 40-50 baht.
Yeah, that's
meal?
like $1.50, something like that.
I think it's around that, yes. And for gasoline, I'm not really sure how much it is per liter, but if I get my full
Tank.
my
Full
full
car?
tank
Yeah.
full, it's around 1,400, 1,500.
1,500 baht.
Yep. And what else? Electricity. Usually here the accommodation will not include the electricity bill. Yeah. So you have to pay it per meter based on your usage.
Ah, okay.
1 month. Well, that also
Like you would,
depends
like
on.
how much would you pay?
That depends on the weather because in summer it's really hot.
Ah, true.
It's like super hot, so you
Yeah.
would have your AC on.
Air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For very long time, right? During the day, it would cost me like maximum 2,000
2,000 per month. So
with
that's
the
like
very,
Yeah.
the usage in summer. I just don't get used to compare it to USD dollar. I'm not also good at math. I don't teach math.
Okay. And how do you experience live Thailand? And
It's really fun. I think the people are very chill, very open. Also,
Yeah.
like they're really very polite,
yeah,
and they really don't bother you. Like the people here are very relaxed.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
general.
yeah.
Yeah. And because I teach, just like what you saw before, some students are like teacher, and
You're kind of famous here. huh?
yeah, and they're really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in general, especially in Chiang Rai, the nature is beautiful,
Yeah.
and like the birds are
Yeah.
chirping, so it's really peaceful. Very,
Yeah.
very peaceful. Very different from like big city life
cities,
where
like,
I
yeah.
used to live in. So, yeah.
Are you living the dream?
Well, I really enjoy it here, and this is exactly also what I want. Because I just want to. Before, I just wanted to take a break,
Yeah.
and to just live a more mindful
Yeah.
life, because here like you have also enough time for work-life balance,
Yeah.
and also to pick up hobbies, go hiking. I never really did that, never had a chance, never had a place to do that. So here, everywhere you go, you can see the nature, you can go hiking, a lot of waterfalls.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, look at this view. What are those actually? Those two big.
Also some buildings from campus. If I'm not mistaken, that's resort too, like a hotel
okay.
that is owned by the university.
So earlier we had a drive around the university. It's huge. I was expecting like, I'll show you around, Intan said, and I was expecting like, okay, then we're gonna walk and we'll see the buildings, but no, it's just like a big area of this.
So, but it's really it's much more relaxed than
Yeah.
a very typical corporate job
Yeah.
in big cities. Like,
Yeah. I'm certainly jealous of her.
true.
But what's the downside?
The downside, when you want to go to a quiet place, sometimes you also need some crowd.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do when we're like in a very crowded place. We, wish for something tranquil,
Yeah.
peaceful. But when you're in a peaceful place, you start to think, really? There's really nothing here, Like, I have to go to the city, to a mall for, like almost an hour, for example.
Yeah.
And no party, and well, and also here, because I'm a teacher, people respect
Yeah.
teacher,
Yeah.
and you're expected to behave really.
Do you like they have some expectations on because you're a teacher that comes
Sure.
like with some responsibility outside of the classroom?
Yes, and
Okay.
also they expect you to be the role model,
Yeah.
And sometimes if you want to travel, like going abroad, so you have to take more flights,
Yeah.
and it's not cheap, because
No.
it's not that famous
Imagine.
destination. It's not as
Touristic
popular,
as
touristic.
other places in Thailand.
Yes, and the public transportations, it's also quite difficult
Yeah.
to get.
We tried to order a Grab taxi earlier, and it was a bit difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious if we can find a
Or if
one
you
for
want to, for example, eat something delicious, international food, like some
pizza, or
Italian
something.
pizza,
Yeah.
or like good lasagna or something like that. It's not easy.
Okay.
And I think
Do you
that's-
cook though?
Not really. I don't really have the habit of it. And
What would you say to people who, like a lot of people want to work in Thailand? What would do you have any tips? What would you say to them?
I think maybe this is also this is really depending on where they come from, because some people coming from the US, some of my colleagues, when they get paid in baht, and then they always compare it to USD, for example, it's not gonna be much for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think you really have to know where you will work, because
Where in
every
Thailand,
city, we're
you
in
mean?
Thailand,
Yeah.
because every city also has very different you know,
characteristics maybe,
environment.
or yeah.
Yes. So I think overall it's a friendly place.
Yeah.
I think all over Thailand.
Yeah.
I've been to south and some other parts too, and it's quite friendly.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, people don't speak language that, well, not everywhere. Yeah, it's really.
So that's also
That's also a thing that you have to consider, and everything is in Thai. Also, the writing and, you know, instructions, or even the symbol at you know, in the street and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you miss
should really-
family, friends?
Oh, obviously that too. I mean, you know, if you live far away from family, that would be, you know, the main feelings, homesick and everything. Yeah.
It's really nice to see where you live and how it is to hear from you how it is to work here and everything. And really nice to share it with our viewers. So
Okay.
see you in the next
Thank
one.
you.
Bye. Thanks for watching.